Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Cassandra and today I am going to film a January and February reading wrap up. So I read 4 books in the months of January and February. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started and talk about them, and yeah. So this is the stack of books that I read for both January and February. January was a busy month for me with school, so that's why I didn't really read much, and also February was a short month also, so yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the book that I read for January. The first book that I read for January, or the only book that I read for January, was It Starts With Us. This book was amazing. It was definitely the closure book that you needed for It Ends With Us. And I just loved, honestly, Atlas and Lily's relationship and their growth. I enjoyed knowing more about Atlas' life and the relationship that he began to have with his brother. Learning more about Atlas' life was very interesting to me, and I enjoyed it a lot. I did rate this 3 stars, however, because I do think that this was more like an extended epilogue for It Ends With Us. Also, towards the end, it was more, I just feel like the ending was more rushed. Yeah, this was a good read, and definitely read it, you know. If you read It Ends With Us, definitely read this. Okay, and now we're gonna start with my February reads, and I started off with Every Summer After. A lot of people have talked about this, raved about this, and said that it was similar to Love in Other Words, and Love in Other Words is my favorite romance book, so I had to pick this up. This is a second chance romance, childhood friends to strangers to lovers, and basically this follows Persephone and Sam. And basically what happens is they meet at a cottage near a lake, and that's where they begin their childhood friendship. And then as time goes on, obviously something happens that makes them kind of move apart. It was an enjoyable and quick and easy read. I couldn't stop reading it. It got so interesting. I do have to say though, I did not like Persephone or Sam's brother Charlie. Some of the characters in this book just had a lot of flaws, which, I mean, I did read the author's note at the end of the book, and yeah, I would have to say that the only 2 characters I really enjoyed from this book was Sue and Sam. They were amazing characters. I loved them so much. Sam did remind me of Elliot from Love in Other Words. I enjoyed it. I rated this a 3 stars, I think. I don't really do half stars because I don't know, I just don't, honestly. So I rated this a 3 stars. I definitely recommend it if you guys enjoy these type of reads, but there's something in this book that has happened that I did not enjoy, and I didn't really like the ending. So yeah, that's all I have to say about this book. I didn't plan to read this book, but it just happened to happen. I wasn't gonna read this book until I was mentally ready, because I know that this book was sad, and a lot of people said that it was good, so I was waiting until I was mentally ready. And that book is If He Had Been With Me by Laura Nowlin. And this book, my goodness, this book, I don't even want to say much about it because it's definitely possible to spoil it without me wanting to. Just everything that happened in this book is so crazy. Like the ending, I just fell in love with Finn and Autumn's friendship and relationship. They were amazing. this was just an amazing and relatable book as well. I have heard that quite a bit of people did not cry to this book because they just didn't relate to it or anything. So I definitely think that it would be more intense if you related to what was happening in story. So when I first started reading this book, I definitely did relate to it as far as like friendships and how friendships can kind of grow apart and distance themselves from you, and just everything that has to do with high school drama, friendship, relationships was definitely relatable. Overall, I just really enjoyed this book. I have to say that the last few pages were definitely, this is where it happens, so, but definitely worth the read. I don't know how else to explain this book without spoiling it. I guess I can say if you have read or watched the movie Romeo and Juliet, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Just read the whole book. I know that the beginning is slow, but I promise you guys honestly hopefully love it. I rated this a 5 stars. It was amazing. It made me sob. Loved it. Blindsided by Candy Steiner. This is a fake dating trope, football romance, kind of experimental lessons in a way. Just trying to make your ex or crush jealous trope. It's my first football romance since my Wattpad era in middle school, so don't judge me. But this is my first sports romance and fake dating trope. Also my first Candy Steiner book. It was written so well, guys. Compared to Wattpad, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I have to compare it to Wattpad because this is literally the first book that I've read that is written well and that is more on the spicier side. I really loved the chemistry that Clay and Gianna had. There were certain scenes in the book that really just made me like all giddy inside. I enjoyed it so much. I enjoyed their bond, that they were there for each other, they cared about each other. It was more than just the spiciness and the fake dating for me. So I rated this a 4 stars. I kind of really do wish that the main characters had more scenes where you can just see their chemistry and their bond and how much they cared about each other, because I feel like most of the scenes were in the beginning kind of, and more towards the end it was a bit more mainly spice. I also enjoyed the ending when he made a book for her. Honestly, I loved it. I loved how he read her books. I just love when characters in books read romance books themselves. I just love it. So there's nothing really much to say about this book other than it was amazing. Pick it up, read it. It is also part of the series, but it is standalone, so you can read it alone without reading the other books in the series, which is what I'm doing. Yeah, that's basically all I have to say about this book. I'm gonna go ahead and actually share one more book. I started this book in, I forgot when, like last year, but then I didn't finish it because I felt like it was too slow at first, so I soft DNF'd it. And I started it in February again because it was the month of love and Valentine's Day, so I had to start it. But I do have to say it is still a slow burn for me, guys. I don't know what it is, but I'm not really good with slow burns. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and talk to you guys about how I feel about it so far, and that book is The American Roommate Experiment. If you guys have read this book, you guys know that this is kind of like a fake dating. Not necessarily, it's more of like taking the girl on experimental dates in order for her to find motivation or inspiration to finish writing her second romance novel. I love the dates, experimental dates. I've been loving the characters also. I love them, honestly. This book is amazing so far. I'm almost done. I'm 50% through and I'm loving it. I'm so excited, guys. So I'll go ahead and give my overall review by the end of March. Yeah, we'll see what I rate it and everything. So alright guys, so that is it for my video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, give it a like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below what video you guys would want to see from me next. I just figured that this would be fun to start doing, so I'll try to make another video soon. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.